was... I admit when I'm wrong. It just doesn't happen a lot.
Right.
So rare. When was the last time I was wrong? See? You can't even think of it. I mean, it's not like I left the mics on this morning.
It was this week. You were wrong. Yesterday.
It's 15 minutes ago.
Before that, yesterday. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, well, and I live in a world with women, so even when I'm right, I'm wrong. Yeah. So yesterday, I was talking about my plan for the Cubs, which was, by the way, a perfect plan. Being that my American League team is the Indians, my National League teams are the Cubs and the Brewers. Everybody's like, you can't be a Brewers and a Cubs fan. Yeah, because the Brewers used to be my American League team, and they changed leagues. So then I had to get a new American League team. Luckily, the Indians came along. Jake's a fan of the Indians because it used to be Jacobs Field. So
right. Someone was bitching to me about your love for several different baseball teams, and they said...
Well, somebody posted on our Facebook page.
Yeah, people have a problem with it. And I get it. Like, diehard Cubs fans or whatever think they're, all the bandwagon jumpers or whatever. I get that. That's frustrating.
I have Cubs pictures of me going back to the 70s.
Right. Yeah. I'm not saying you're a bandwagon jumper. Obviously, I know you've loved the Cubs for a long time. But then someone emailed me and said, it doesn't make sense that he has an American League team and a National League team. Is he a fan of an AFC football team and then
an NFC team?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really? You are?
I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan from when I was a kid. Terry
Really?
Bradshaw.
I didn't know that.
The Steel Curtain.
I think people just have a problem with someone who likes
I was a Packer fan.
More than one team.
I had a Packer shirt, and I had shirts, and I had Pittsburgh Steelers shirts.
Sure.
I had an AFC, and I'm a fan of the sport, so I like to have multiple ways. But my plan, here's where I was wrong yesterday. My plan was foolproof for me.
It wasn't, though.
I'm going to the game in Cleveland tonight.
Right.
I was going to root for Cleveland tonight. That was the one game I was going to root for Cleveland, so I got to root for that team, my American League team. And then I was going to root for the Cubs to win the series. I wanted Cleveland to win tonight because I was hoping the Cubs would win last night. That was really disappointing. Yeah. And then that way, all three games at Wrigley would get played, which wouldn't happen unless Indians won one game. Well, hopefully they win one game at home tonight. Well, now my plan is FUBAR because now I'm going to the game tonight, and I got to root for the Cubs.
Well, you should root for who you want to root for. Who do you want to win the World Series?
I want the Cubs to win at home. And the only way they can do that now is to win the next 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
So they have to win tonight. So I can't root for Cleveland when I'm at the game in Cleveland tonight. I have to root for the Cubs.
Right.
And then because I want them to win the 3 at Wrigley, and I really want them to win it at home. Yeah. I really want them to win the World Series at home.
Whoever you want to win the World Series. So yesterday's plan was
screwed up because the Cubs lost last night. But I wanted to root for Cleveland when I was there.
You can't make everyone happy.
The Cubs screwed up and lost last night.
Here's the thing.
That's not me making anybody happy. It's the Cubs making me happy, and I'm
no, I know, but you're like, the people on Sunday, they should go to the. I want
those people to be able to go to the game, and I want the Cubs to win at Wrigley. You can't make everyone happy.
Here's the thing.
Now if they lose another game. The Cubs lose another game. They're not going to be able to win at Wrigley. They can't lose another game.
This is true, Tom.
They got to win the next 4. What's the thing?
My theory or my thought is that who do you want to win the World Series?
The Cubs.
Period. So that's who you should cheer for the whole time. You can't be like, I wanted to cheer for the Indians this day and the Cubs this day.
We disagree on that.
Yeah,
I wanted to root for my American League team for one game.
I get it.
While I'm in their park.
Right.
So I don't get beer dumped on me. Actually, Cleveland fans are pretty nice.
Yeah.
That plan is FUBAR.
And my thing is, and I've been mentioning it in the sports, they're 2 of baseball's teams that have the longest championship droughts. So, the Indians haven't won since 1948. Cubs haven't won since 1908.
I get it.
I feel bad. I'm going to feel bad for whoever loses, no matter what. But obviously, I want the Cubs to win. I would never cheer for the Indians. And I'm not a huge baseball fan in general, but, my parents are, my grandparents, all that. And so I just think that the Cubs deserve it more,
Okay, you're wrong. They do.
Okay.
No, they do. But my plan was foolproof.
But it wasn't because the Cubs lost last night.
And I have my third team. I have my other team, the Brewers. I was even going to represent them. I packed my Brewer socks so they would be there.
Secretively
they would
representing. Smart.
So I got all 3 teams covered. I figured I would cover all 3 teams. The way the Brewers played this year, socks, they're lucky they get that.
Yeah.
But I had
you're cheering for the White Sox too?
No, my Brewers.
I know, I'm just kidding.
But I had that plan.
Yeah. Anyway, but your plan was not foolproof because Cubs lost last night, so now you're going to root for the Cubs tonight?
You're just going to keep going with that. Yeah, I got to root for the Cubs tonight.
Okay.
So I want them to win at home and Wrigley on Sunday. Is my plan screwed up? Text and tell me how wrong I am. 68255 studio, the keyword. All right. 95 WIIL Rock Time and Emily Morning Show. 7:14, go Cubs. They'll right the ship. They'll win the next 4 in a row, and they'll win it at Wrigley on Sunday. Everything's fine. People on the text line says, people give me crap because I'm a Packers fan and I like the Cubs. There's nothing wrong with that. We're in a very interesting situation. Kenosha County is in Wisconsin. That's where our tower is.
Right.
but it's part of the Chicago media market. It's part of the Chicago official media market.
Right.
So most people there's Bear fans, Packer fans, I would say is 50-50. Baseball fans, I would say the majority is Cub fans.
Sure, and we're right on the border anyway. I mean, Wisconsin, Illinois, this whole area is right on the border.
But I'm saying it's official. Like people were exposed to in Kenosha County, or were mostly exposed to Chicago sports because it's part of the Chicago media market.
Right.
People don't understand. Somebody said that, well, how can you be in your Wisconsin? Actually, we have more listeners on the IL side. What people fail to understand is radio penetrates the border. It doesn't stop at the state line.
You said penetrate.
Magically.
No, but a lot of people are like that. They like one football team and one baseball team.
It says, I'm a Sox fan rooting for the Cubs. Is that wrong? It's a sport. Root for whoever you want. That's borderline wrong. Because that's a mean rivalry. That'd be like those marriages where one is a Packer fan and one is a Bear fan. That's an abomination and should be illegal. For a mixed marriage like that, Bear fans and Packer fans get married. So it's a crime against man and God. This says, I added the Hawks after the Wings went east. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Hawks fan, but also a Devils fan because we lived out east, and I knew a lot of guys that won the Stanley Cup. They were on the farm team that was in Albany. I drank beers with them and stuff, so I like both teams. It's possible to be a fan of more than one team in each sport. Joe, right? You're a Cub fan, but you like in the American League. You're a fan of
I should follow them more, but believe it or not, the Indians are my favorite American League team.
There you go.
I'm not rooting for them, though.
No.
Not at all.
I apologize for yesterday. I was wrong. I just want the Cubs to sweep. Yesterday when I said I wanted the Indians to win one game so the Cubs could play their game Sunday, it was not pretty last night. And could it go a little quicker? To get 8 strikeouts on the first 9 batters, you'd think the game would be over in 2 hours and 45 minutes.
You would think.
But I think they had commercials or whatever. It went so late last night.
Kluber pitched a great game.
And I hung out until I hung out the whole way through because even into the 9th, when they're down 6-0, I'm still like, well, they got 3 outs. They could still do this.
Yeah.
But no, they were dominated. Different tonight. Different story tonight.
They're coming back. They're not good against pitchers they haven't seen or haven't seen in a long time. You know? So,
right. We'll see. But I was wrong. I want the Cubs to sweep now. Can we go back and can we do that instead? Cubs sweep in 4. Cubs in 4. That's what I want to happen now.
let's do it.
I don't think that's possible.